In this video, I'm going to tell you my 10 favorite cake decorating supplies. Hi, it's Karolyn. If you want to learn how to bake and decorate amazing cakes, then I would love for you to join me by hitting subscribe and the bell. Today's video, I want to give you my favorite cake decorating supplies, and you may think that this might be like a video I did a couple weeks ago about my favorite cake decorating tools. But tools and supplies are different, and I will show you my favorite ones in this video. Now, these are in no specific order. However, my favorite one is number 1, and I will link everything that I talk about or something similar below. Number 10, candy melts. These are my favorite brand currently. These are the Sweet Tooth Fairy brand, and they are sold at Michael's. They're not on Amazon, at least the last time I checked, so I will find them on Michael's website and link it below. I like to melt candy melts down, and I adhere my cakes to the cakes that are 6 inches and smaller. I use candy melts to adhere them to the cake circle. That way the cake doesn't slide around when I'm icing it. And I do have a video showing you how I which video is that? How I fill cakes, and I will link that in the description. But I don't only use them for that. I also use candy melts to make a water ganache drip, and I have a video. And all the videos that I reference, I'm not going to say that every time. I'll link it below. And I also use the candy melts to make shells because I have seashell molds, and I'm constantly using them for beach cakes or whatnot. And you just pop them in the microwave for like 45 seconds to a minute, melt them, and use them that way. Super easy. Number 9, Bling. I love these Bling rolls. Let me get this one. Now, these are non-edible and can be used as borders on cakes. I am going to put a couple pictures over here of cakes that I have done with these Bling borders. And what I love about them is that they are super simple to cut. They come in rows, and you could just take scissors and just cut them to the length and the height that you want for your cake. I have gold, silver, and rose gold. I will find them on Amazon and put them below. And what I do to adhere it to the cake, I get a little piping gel in the back. Not a little. I get a glob of piping gel in the back, and then I put one end down, stretch it around the cake, and then the other end down, so the piping gel holds it in place in the back of the cake. And then you just have to let your customers know that piece is not edible, so pull that off of the cake before you cut it and serve it. Number 8, I love these edible glitter flakes. I have a ton of different colors. I have white, I have gold, I have silver. What I like to do with these is it's kind of an easy way to add a glitter effect to your cake, and I have a video on that. And I'll use them on the cake, or actually I have done cakes that have the topper that have the edible glitter on it as well, just to give a little texture. And it's a super simple way to add texture to your cake, and I think I already said that. Number 7, edible markers. I love these things. I use them all the time. The ones that I like, they have one end that is kind of pointy. Well, it is pointy. It's not kind of pointy. And then this other end is a little more broad, if you will. And I just love using edible markers. I just posted a video the other day showing how I make a zebra, and I drew the zebra stripes on because sometimes the details get really tiny, and it's so much easier, like a pupil of an eye, to be able to color it in rather than cut the tiniest piece out of fondant. And also I use these markers to make banners, and I also have a video on that where you could just write happy birthday in the name and make a banner. And there's a lot of things that you could do with these edible markers, and I have a ton of them, and I will link them below. Number 6, petal dusts. All right, what's wrong with me? And you know what? This isn't even a lot. I've seen people who have like 5 times this amount, but you feel like you need to get one. It's like eyeshadow. You need one in every color because you don't know when you're going to need a certain color. So if you've seen my videos, you know I'm constantly using the chocolate, the terracotta, the black, sometimes pinks and stuff, but I have so many colors in here. I got a lot of these at Global Sugar Art. Let me put this down. Before they closed, and now I have found some on Amazon that are comparable, so I can find them and link them below. Now let me tell you, using petal dust on your decorations is like putting makeup on. It just takes it up a notch, right? I want to show you an example. So I was doing a Fortnite cake, and this little burger dude Look at the difference. The only difference in this picture is that I used petal dust to shade it in, and then I added a black background on it. So look at the difference that the petal dust can make. And I'm not great with being like an artiste, right? Like I just kind of get a little bit on my paintbrush and just wipe it around and kind of shade it in, and things just look so much better when you use these petal dusts. Number 5. Gel food coloring. I literally could not make cakes unless I had good food coloring. Now I know some people like to use powdered color. However, I like to stick with the gel color, and I use a bunch of different brands. This brown, Buckeye Brown, is Chef Master, and then I have the Super Red by Alan Tetriol, but Global Sugar Art closed, so I don't think he makes this anymore. And also AmeriColor, which is the Old Faithful. AmeriColor is Old Faithful. I actually will only use AmeriColor for Super Black for my black coloring. I just feel like it's more intense. Some other brands with their black coloring, it can look a little off black or gray. So I always recommend AmeriColor for black coloring. But yeah, gel color, and I feel like that's a pretty simple one. However, try to make cakes without some coloring, without some food coloring, and see what they look like. So yeah, I recommend gel food coloring in AmeriColor, Chef Master, and Wilton. And I'm sure there's other brands, I haven't tried them yet. Number 4, pre-made gum paste flowers. Girl or guy, these, seriously, I am not someone who likes to sit and make flowers, but who needs to make them when you can purchase them and they look so beautiful? I'll put a couple cakes over here that I used pre-made flowers on, and let me just be honest with you, there's some things that I'm good at, some things I'm not. I know if I had to make a bunch of flowers like this, it would drive me insane. Ain't nobody got time for that, right? I just prefer to use pre-made flowers. I am honest with people when they order cakes, and I let them know I don't really like to make flowers. I can try to find sugar ones for you, or I can purchase real flowers, and here's some pictures over here with cakes with real flowers. So when it comes to flowers, I don't like making them, but there are so many good ones online. I got all of mine at Global Sugar Art, and again, when they closed, it was just like, that's where I got like all my cake decorating supplies. However, they do still sell some flowers on Amazon, and I will find them and link them below. Number 3, Dragees. And if you're anything like me, you thought they were called Dragees for the longest time until I heard somebody pronounce it, and I was like, oh. Dragees doesn't sound, oh, wait, really? How did I get green all over my hands? Oh, geez, hold on a second. Oh my gosh, I just got my nails done. That better not ruin my manicure. Anyway, I use Dragees all the time, and I really hope it's pronounced Dragee. Maybe it is Dragees, or if it's something else, please let me know. But I love them. I use them in a lot of times baby shower or wedding cakes, something that wants a little elegant feel to it. And I just take tweezers and dip it in piping gel and stick it on there. And I know that I've seen that there's an invention that there's like a Dragee gun that, wait, why am I going like this? There's a gun that you can shoot them onto the cake. I've never used it. If you've used it, please let me know. Did it work? Did you like it? Did you not? That's something I would like to try. It seems like it makes your life a little easier. But yeah, you should see my drawer. I have a whole crap ton of Dragees because I never want to run out. Number 2, Rollcom Super Powders. They're Super Gold, Super Silver, and Super Rose Gold. These are so wonderful, and I use them all the time in my videos. A little bit of powder, add a little lemon extract or vodka, and you can paint this beautiful gold, silver, or rose gold sheen to your cakes or to your decorations, and I just love this stuff. I use it all the time. Highly recommended. I get mine at sugardelights.com. I'm not affiliated with them, at least not now. And I will find the links and link them below. This is the, as my boyfriend would say, gigantic one. This is a really big one, and this is like a medium-sized one, and they also have ones that come in smaller sizes. Highly recommend. Love this stuff. And my number 1 favorite cake decorating supply item And if you watch my videos, you already know what I'm going to say. It is Tylose powder. Oh my gosh. Now, I was introduced to Tylose powder by Sharon Zambito. She's one of my mentors and I love her forever. But this Tylose powder came in this container, but the label got old and I use this container all the time. Right now I'm using Wilton Gum Tax. It's basically the same thing. CMC powder. It all is the same thing. What it does, I'm going to put this down. It stiffens your fondant and makes your brings your fondant to a nice consistency where you can easily cut and make sharp decorations and cover cakes without having elephant skin and pock marks. And I love this stuff so much. I put it in everything. Well, not everything, just in my fondant. I put it in all of my fondant. And I need to say this. I've had a couple people say that they use Tylose powder in their fondant and it never sets hard. I only work with marshmallow fondant. Satin Ice, Wilton fondant, it is notoriously soft, and I'm not sure how much Tylose powder you would have to add to that fondant to get it to a good consistency. Now, I've also had people say that they've used marshmallow fondant and added Tylose, and it still was too soft. And I have videos showing you how I make marshmallow fondant, and you must have enough sugar in the fondant where it kind of forms a ball around the hook and doesn't sink all the way to the bottom of the bowl. If your fondant is too soft, it's not going to hold itself, and no amount of Tylose that you add to that fondant is going to work. So I'm going to link the video up there or below or both, talking about getting your fondant to the right consistency, and that should be able to help you, because once you can use this Tylose powder the correct way, it really makes your life so much easier. So I think that's it. What are your favorite cake decorating supplies? I would love to know, because I'm sure I missed some, and maybe there's some out there that you guys use that I've never used and I want to try it out. So I'd love to hear. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below. And you can follow me on socials and check out my website. It's listed in the description below as well. If you want to stick around, you can watch these two videos next and hit subscribe and the bell if you haven't already. Please like this video if you liked it. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you guys so much. And remember, it's cake. Have fun. I will see you on the next one. Bye.